Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. How you doing? My name is Funmi for those who are new. I'm just going to jump right into this tutorial. Okay, so it's going to be a very nice detailed tutorial, so you can follow along. Anyone can achieve this look. You just need to be patient, like I always say. So the first step to achieving really nice dewy skin makeup is to have a good base, and that starts from your actual skin. And I have a skincare routine. I have a link down below, so you can just click on it and just to see what I do to maintain clear skin. Yeah, and so the first thing I did was to moisturize my face and to give it a lot of love. Don't skimp on the moisturizer, make sure you have plenty and just go in and get in there and just get your face all nice and moisturized. Went high to do my hair as usual, nothing to see there. I also applied primer. I used the Collection Primed and Ready primer, and I allowed that to sit before I apply foundation. So the next step to achieving dewy skin type makeup thing is to use as little foundation as possible. Okay, the key is not to pile on foundation, is to use very little foundation that will just even out your skin tone, and not to cake it up. Just using like a few drops, a little scoop, whatever foundation you're using. Like you see, I only used about 2 drops of foundation, and I evenly spread that across my face. You can already see the glow coming through, and that's because I heavily moisturized my skin, and also the only areas I primed were just the center of my face. So now you can see me just trying to highlight underneath my eyes. So you can use a concealer that's 1 shade or 2 shades lighter than your complexion. That's what I'm using here. Any concealer of your choice is fine. Yeah, I was filming with daylight. I thought to try it that morning, and it wasn't working clearly. Like, oh my goodness. I decided to keep this footage so you can see the struggles of creating content. So I just went ahead to continue to blend that out with a damp beauty sponge. All the details of the products I used on me, I'll link in the description box below, but you can definitely use the ones you already have. Just adapt them. Basically the technique is the same, just get the right products and you'll be good to go. So I'm just going to blend away. Like you see, I didn't use a lot of concealer as well. I just concentrated it in the middle of my face and then dragged the rest outwards. So the key is simple, the minimal use of products. Try not to use too much. Just use what you have. Don't cake up your face, because then the glow won't come through. So you can see I'm using very minimal product, but blending is still key, okay? So now I'm just going to set underneath my eyes and make sure that everything is set. Set all the areas I put concealer earlier anyway, just to make sure that there are no creasing or oil coming through those areas during the day. But I'm going to leave the rest of the face. I'm not going to set them with this particular setting powder, because what we're trying to achieve is the dewy glowy look, and if I've set it with like matte powder, it defeats the purpose. So brush up my brows and yeah, just trace them out with pencil. This is the Vital pencil. I got it from the hair shop. I think it was only £1 or so. So if you have a hair shop near you, definitely check out their pencils. Pencil gives you more control. If you're new to doing makeup or doing your brows in general, pencil gives you more control. When you start to get better at drawing your brows, then you can graduate to using gels. but I still use pencil because I just like the finish. But I use gels sometimes, but I use pencils more. If you want a video of my eyebrow tutorial, you can just check the link in the box below, or I could put a card up here you can just click on after watching this video. So I went ahead to use my concealer to clean up underneath my brows and just give it that nice polished look. So we're not trying to do too much, but still make sure that it's nice and clean, you know what I mean. So I use the same concealer I use in highlighting the other areas of my face. So there's no need for you to be using like multiple concealers. But one thing I will say though, if you don't want your brows, the underbrow, to look as light as mine, you can use a concealer that is exactly your skin tone or just half a shade that's barely noticeable to clean up if you're trying to achieve that clean girl makeup look. So it's definitely optional, but I will say to clean your brows always. I mean, it just gives it a more refined look. I'm now taking a dense eyeshadow brush to buff out that concealer that I put earlier. So you can see I'm trying very carefully not to disturb the eyebrows that we've already drawn. I took my foundation brush to blend the corners. You can see that the concealer was extending out of my brows, so I took the foundation brush to blend that out. So if you ever run into issues like that, that's the best way to correct it. So I took a color, this is looking like burgundy, from the Lash palette. It's just one color. I took a big fluffy eyeshadow brush and I spread that across my eyelid, like the entire eyelid, with just one shade. That's all you need, just one shade, okay? If you want to be more adventurous, you can add two, put one on the outer corner to define your yeah, I'll show you the color there. So you can use that on the outer corner to define it more, but I was okay with just one color. So I took a flat straight brush to apply the same color under my eyes, so my lower lid. And I'm using mascara. So now I don't really have very long lashes, and I'm planning not to wear lashes for this look, so that's the whole point. I was trying to do like an effortless look. So I apply one coat of mascara, and you see me later applying another coat just to allow my lashes to pop more. So I use my Ruby's palette, eyeshadow palette. I took those two colors as my blush, and then I'm using this powder, pressed powder foundation from Primark PS. I'm gonna leave the shade in the description box. I'm using that as my bronzer. I originally bought this powder to test it out, but then I realized that it was much too warm for me. Actually not warm, it was cool, like had a red undertone. I feel like it would be better as a bronzer, and I was right. So I actually like it now. It's like my go-to. So I'm just gonna apply that on my cheeks. Because I've got a round face, I normally take my contour or bronzer right up over my cheek, just to create the illusion of a much slimmer face. So now I'm taking my pressed powder and applying that on the on the entire face actually, and then I start by using that to dust off the bake, you know, the setting powder we applied earlier. I used a small amount, so the key is less is more. Basically this makeup, the theme is less is more. So I just applied a little bit of powder, my pressed powder, and then I used that to set the entire face. So now I'm doing my lower lash. So this is the Princess Lash by Essence, yeah, Essence brand, and it's actually quite nice. This was my very first time using it, and I was actually quite impressed. So if you're in the market looking for a good mascara, definitely pick this one up. It's waterproof, this one. Now you can see me applying the second coat of mascara, just to make sure that my eyelashes pop even more. Now I'm using a blue Kajal, Blue Heaven Kajal pencil. I'm using that to, I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. I'm using that to line my eyes and yeah, just to allow the look to pop even more. This is optional, but it does make a difference. Okay, so my eyelashes grow straight down, so I use this eyelash curler to push them up. You can see the difference immediately. So you use the eyelash curler. It does take some getting used to, so you may try and, you know, practice, but it does make a difference to your makeup. So now I'm using a shimmer bronzer powder thing to highlight my cheeks. I don't know why I get surprised every single time I use this product. Like every single time I place it on my cheek the first time, every single time I'm always like shocked. I don't really know why, but anyway, so now you can see me piling it on, not too much though. I'm making sure that I'm blending as I go. I took a tinier brush to give a more precise application on my nose. So the key is using the right highlighters. Some highlighters are glittery. I'll say avoid those ones because instead of looking dewy, you may be looking like a party ball. So you want to use the ones that melt into your skin. Try and invest in good quality ones that melt into your skin, not the ones that give those powdery look or glittery looks. If that's what you're going for though, you can definitely stick with that, but that's not what I like. So yeah, moving back to the highlighter, I highlighted my cheeks, my nose, in the inner corner of my eyes, and then the arch of my brow, just so that when the sun or the light hits my face at any direction I move my head, you can see light reflecting. So I went back in with that eyeshadow brush to further blend out my eyeshadow. I wanted to go a bit higher, so, and that's what I did. So I didn't apply any more product, I just used the same what's left on the brush. So now I've just applied lip gloss because that's what we're doing, effortless makeup. Yeah, so and that's it for the look. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. I hope you learned a thing or two. I hope you're gonna try it. If you are going to try it, please do tag me on social media on Instagram at Milaya Beauty, and just let me see what you've done. Finally, we're going to spray it down and set the entire makeup with setting spray. Your setting spray matters as well. So if you're trying to achieve the dewy look, you won't be getting matte setting spray, okay? You want to be getting the one that's going to add moisture, something that says hydration, something dewy. That's the kind of setting spray you want to be getting. So if you love this look, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Look, I've got more stuff for you. So if you're willing to learn, you want us to grow together, you want to help out this channel, click the subscribe button and click on the notification bell as well, so you know every time I upload. I'm working on my schedules at the moment, but as soon as I get a hang of a lot of things, I will be posting even more frequently. So yeah, until next time, have a good day. Love you. Bye bye.